Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So I am going to be making some clusters today. So really simple. This is why I put it on the fun and simple crafting one, because all I've got some little embellishments here, little cutouts, fussy cuts, and this is from Nature's Notes, but you can use any cutouts, anything from magazines, anything you have, little pictures that you've got. You don't have to have digital products, just what I mean. You can pick it anything out of little books you've got, and I'm just going to make some really simple little clusters. Now I've made one here which is beautiful, just little bits of cheesecloth and fabric and just a piece of card. Now I've been working in my Folks of the Forest journal, so if you saw on Monday I did a couple of pockets which I just love, and then I did a couple of little pockets here, and this is from Nature's Notes as well, and it goes so well with Folks of the Forest. And I did this pocket at the back which I just think is beautiful, loving it. I'm so pleased how it's turned out. So I was going to do some shabby ones, but because I've got the little spark of inspiration for my Folks of the Forest journal, I thought I would make some with these ones. So these are just little clusters. They're not, they are little fussy cuts. So all I'm going to do, I've got a piece of card, I've got a couple of pieces on here. This is just some sort of like tea stain one, not tea stain, coffee stain that I had. So I'm just ripping sort of like pieces off, just randomly, and then we can just like stick pieces on like that and just layer it up. So I'm just going to show you how you can sort of like make the clusters and layer them up together. So you can do this with anything that you've got, just what I mean. So any picture, piece of card, it can be from food packaging or anything like that, and little bits of fabric. Now if you don't have fabric, you can use bits of paper as well. It's the same principle as layering up. So I'm just using bits that I have got from my Folks of the Forest journal, obviously, so it all sort of like mixes and matches nicely. So I'm just going to pop little pieces on. I've got my glue gun. I'm just going to use the glue gun because it's quick and easy, and it's easier to show you as well. So just stick little bits down, and it doesn't have to be complicated. So we just stick that on. Because I've got a little bit of wet hot glue on there, should we just have it at a little angle? That will stick it down. Now look at that, that is lovely. Now you can always make this into a little paper clip, but I've got lots of paper clips and I don't really need any more at the moment. So I just want these to stick on the page. So we can just do a nice random selection. I'm going to ink around the edge, so just a bit of distress ink or anything that you've got. It doesn't have to be distress ink. You can go around these. If you have like a little felt tip pen, little brown one, you can use that as well. Doesn't have to be ink. So let's see, shall we have a little one like this? This is a nice one. It's got little toadstools on, so that can sit on there. Let's pop those to the side for a minute. What shall we have? Shall we have a little bit of this? Because this is a nice colour. Oops, that would go with our little toadstools, wouldn't it? There we go. So wrinkle that up. What else can we have on here? Got all sorts of bits and pieces. Let's have a little bit of grungy yellow. And again, if you've got any old t-shirts, any old fabric, cut that up if you don't need them, and use those, because that's how you start. Just what I mean, if you want to start building up your stash, just use little bits of old t-shirt, old dishcloths will do. You can colour those with some fabric stain, inks, anything like that. Like I've done before, I did the vegetable colouring, which was fun. I'm going to pop a little bit of this on, just like that. Let's pop a bit more on there. I don't think I'll have enough. And again, you don't have to use a hot glue gun. You can just use any sort of PVA glue. Look at that. How lovely is that? So how quick and simple. Just a case of layering different elements up together. Now I've got a little piece of card there which I did already ink up. So we can have this beautiful bird on here. Shall we have that lovely bird? Now you don't have to have them straight. Just have them as a little angle. Now this is a little one's a little bit bigger. So shall I just add some of this cheesecloth to it? So you can make these up in no time. Just I mean, you can just add bits. So if you're one that does mass making, I do sometimes, not always mass making, because I change my mind so much that I tend to make stuff and then I wouldn't use it because I go on to sort of like another different sort of almost style really. So I'm not really one for mass making. But if you are, you can make all of these things up. I do like to mass make when I do plainer things, when I don't actually have a sort of a picture or something on it. Then I will get things ready. But look at that, I'm not going to put anything else on that. That's just got the cheesecloth on the back, a piece of card, and that lovely fussy cut on there. I think that's plenty on that one. So shall we have another piece of card? Will that fit on there? Let's just rip that off. Ink it up. Now again, if you are lucky enough to have a sewing machine, you can sew around these first. But I'm going to just ink them today. Like this. Just a little bit. Let's pop you on there. Like that. And what should we have? I think I might just have another bit of this lovely cheesecloth. Now cheesecloth, if I can say the word, comes in different grades, and I'm not 100% what the grades are, but obviously the weave is completely different. This one is very, very thin. And then you've got this one here, and then you can have, and this one here as well is cheesecloth. So you can see they're all completely different. This is 90. The tighter weave is 90. I know that because that's the one I normally buy. But sometimes if I see it in places when I'm out and about, I will pick it up. And when you get home, if it's sort of like a bit cheaper, it tends to be a little bit holier, if you know what I mean. Shall we put, what should we have? We can have green on that because we've got green on the little grasshopper. Should we go down this way like that? So I'm going to scrunch this up if I can. Oopsie daisy. If you rub cheesecloth in between your hands, the heat of it makes it very scruffy. Look at that. It's fabulous, isn't it? So I'm going to just, I think, open this up a little bit. Pop some glue down like that. If you're using a hot glue, just be careful because they get so hot. And just do that like that. And then stick it back up. Just twist it a little bit, just because it gives it a little bit of dimension. Look on there. You'll probably get squashed flat in your journal, but for now that looks really nice, doesn't it? I'm just going to pop that. I might even have it coming off just a little bit. And then I can stick all of these into my journal. Little places, little bits where you've got a little sort of blank bit. Do you know what I mean? And you don't want too much on your page. But look at that. I think that would work in the corner as a little tuck, wouldn't it? Look at these. I'm loving them. Let's put that like that. Now I would like to finish all of these up. Oh look, I've got a little spare piece there. Let's just pop that on. What should we have underneath? Look at that. Let's just cut a little piece of this off. Because you've got nice little scruffy edges, doesn't mean you have to put a huge amount of stuff on them. There we go. I'm going to put that just on the edge, I think. Just a little bit on there, just so it pops off the side. Look at that, easy, isn't it? Just beautiful little things. Gosh, we crafters do get excited about the funniest things, don't we? So, well, I do anyway. Things that make us happy. There we go. Let's just go a little bit of ink. I got one. I should have really picked one. Oh, we got a big one. I need to do some bigger ones, don't I? I think it goes around that way. There we go. Lovely. What should we pop on here? A little bit of green. Oh, should we have a little bit of lace on this one? Going to take a bigger piece. Oopsie daisy. Should we fold it this way? Stick that down. Look at that. Doesn't have to be much on there, does it? But I am going to put something on the back. Should we go for a little bit of this? A little bit of sort of a yellowy colour. Nice and scruffy and grungy. Move these bits out of the way. Pop that down. I like the little dingly dangly bits. We like dingly danglies. So guys, I hope you're ready because it's it's nearly September and I will be back on Friday with a Friday freebie. So it's very exciting. I am very excited about Friday because as well we have our newsletter coming out. So that's going to be lovely. We've got beautiful Friday freebie. We've got a lovely new kit. Oh, I'm so excited. We've been very, very busy. But I've also been very lazy through August, which has been absolutely fabulous. I've made the most of Portugal, where we are. Not that we've been anywhere. Not that we've really been anywhere. But we've enjoyed our garden, barbecues and things like that. It has been really nice. So let's just tear that off like that. So yes, it's been a lovely, lovely summer. So that's good. Bit strange because it obviously lots of you know that my mum passed away in February, so we still feel a little bit lost without her because she was such a big part of our life. But we've managed to do a few bits and pieces. So yes, still getting used to her not being in the house, because she was such a big part of our life. So there we go. Let's pop this down. But we've got Andy's mum coming over. Andy's family's coming over in September. So that will be fabulous. It'll be so lovely to have them here. And then I will be going to Spain. I'm going popping up to see my daughter and my beautiful grandchildren. So September's going to be a busy month as well. So lots going on. That looks lovely. So there we go. So yes, September's going to be a good month. Nice and busy, lots going and all sorts of things happening. I've got lots of ideas. So let's hope they come to fruition. because you know what it's like. You have ideas and then things happen and they don't happen, and you know what it is. Life gets in the way, doesn't it, sometimes? Right, we've got another 3 to do. Let's pop this one. Actually, I'm going to pop this one so it's a little bit more staggered, and I'm going to tear down this bit, I think. Let's just ink this up. Ink around the edge. You can actually, if you had plain white cards and you didn't have any ink or anything like that, mix up some coffee, make it quite strong, and then you can just paint around the edges of your cardboard like that, and you'll get a really lovely effect on there as well. So I'm going to pop that on. Which way should I do it? I think like that. So we've got this nice grungy edge to it. Let's get a little bit of fabric. Let's have this one. Oopsie daisy. Oops, it's attached. It's alive. I'm going to pop that. A little bit of glue down here. Pop this on, and I'm just going to pinch it. And that you get a lovely little ruffle then. Look at that. Lovely little grungy ruffle. So we just pop that like that. Shall we have something here? Shall we have another little bit of this? Pop that on there. Take that off. Just there. Oops. Got to be careful with this because it's quite hot. Which way was I going to have that? I've forgotten now. Oh, let's just stick it on like that. I don't think it really matters, does it? Let's pop this out the side a little bit. Pop that down. There we go. Lovely. Do I need a little bit? A little bit just under there to hold that down. Lovely. Now on this one, I think we need like a little faux bow, just like a little knot, I think. There we go. You tie a little knot, but not tie it tight. It gives you like a lovely little bow thing, doesn't it? Let's pop a little bit of glue on there. Look how quickly these are all coming together. Bits of thread and glue. Oops, better not pull too hard. There we go. Perfect. Should we stick that down? Do you think that's going to fall off? Should we pop it onto here? It might get caught, mightn't it? There we go. Lovely. Pop that in the pile. Okay guys, we've got 2 left. Shall we pop that on there? Shall we have a little dangly bit? Let's tear this off. Like that. Let's have it the right way round. So let's just tear this bit down like that. Let's pop you over there for a minute. Let's ink around. How are we for time? Oh, good. See, this is really quick. Nice, quick video today. Let's just pop these. And like that. That can sit on there. Loving these grungy look. Let's have a little bit of this, shall we? I'm going to put it this way, I think. Will it rip? Oh, yes it will. Should we put it that way, or should we put it so it dangles down? That looks quite nice actually. That looks good, doesn't it? Let's just a little bit. Oopsie daisy. Stuck to my fingernail. There we go. That can go on top. It looks all sort of like very foresty behind there, doesn't it? This is a lovely colour. Oh, a bit of a mess of that one, didn't I? Let's take that a little bit off. Let's just, oops, is that stuck? Let's just pop it here. There we go. Oh, I like that. I like that. Pull that down. Oh, I like these. They are lovely, aren't they? Nice little tuck spots. This is what I'm going to use these for as well. So one more. What should we do with this one? Shall we make a little collage of card? Should we make a little collage background? Let's just take some pieces. Actually, I've got some pieces here that I could use up as well. Right, that can be sort of like a main piece. Let's ink around like this. Let's ink them all. So if you've got little pieces of card, you can make up a bigger piece by just sticking them together. Let's just ink it. I think this should be enough pieces. Let's see. Okay. So what we can do, right, this is quite big. So let's just pop that. I don't have to have it. Let's stick that bit like that. So all we want to do, put a piece of glue, stick a little bit of glue there. Can always make it bigger if we need to. Can you see, if you pop it on there, then we need another piece. I think I'm going to have some more. I'm going to put another piece like that, I think. So let's just pop some glue on there. Where was I going to do it? Like that. Put that there. You're not going to be able to see it anyway. Maybe I'll do it. Let's just get a bigger piece, I think. Ink around it. Okay, so if I put that, I quite like that ripped bit actually. What do you reckon? Do you think that will be big enough? Look at that, that looks good, doesn't it? And that can just stick on there. Okay, let's just glue this bit. What do you reckon? There? There? I can't remember how I had it now. There we go. Roughly there. Perfect. Look at that. Nice little, shall we pop a little bit of glue in there, look. Squeeze that down. Okay. Love that. Look at that. That looks good, doesn't it? So we didn't really need that little piece, did we? What should we go for? Should we go for a little bit of this one? I do love this colour. Works very well with this colouring of the little papers. Let's scrunch it all up. Let's pop this in. Okay, we want that, but we need a little bit of colour, don't we, in there as well. As you can see, I'm not exactly being organised in the way I'm doing it. It's quite higgledy-piggledy, so don't worry about where you're going to put things. Just put them down, because it does look nice in the end. I always tell you to do that, so don't doubt yourselves. Just do it. going to put that down, squash that up. There we go. Pop that on. Look at that. How lovely. Put that on like that. Look at that. Perfect. Shall we have something? Need something little here, don't we? That's a bit too green. Shall we have this? Shall I do a little bow? Shall we have a little bow on this one? There we go. Pop that nice and tight. Pop that down. Chop that off. And then we can hang that off the bottom. Love it. Oopsie daisy. I made a little bit too much glue on there. Look at that. Stick that down. That's perfect, isn't it? Oh, I love them. Love them, love them. Oh, I found a little random. Oh, look, we've got one more. Let's just do one more. Where was that piece of paper I had? This little one, which we didn't use, did we? Should we do that little, let's use this piece. Let's do a little collagey piece again, shall we? Instead of wasting these little pieces. Which way should we do that? Like that? Should I just, oh, I think I've run out of glue. Oh, I need a new glue stick. There we go. That's better. Take that, shall we just stick it on there like that? Little one fits on there. What should we pop on? What should we have? A little bit of green. Pull it up again. Now I do like this netting. Should we put this scruffy bit of netting that I ripped up? I wonder if we can runkle that up a little bit. Let's put it this way. Let's scrunch that up, shall we? Do you think that's too big? Can I rip that? No. Don't really need all of that, do we? Let's just stick this on. Oops, stuck to my fingernails. Right, let's just stick you on there. Lovely little clusters. I love them. I love all these little bits off because the journal is very scruffy, isn't it? We've got all these little bits that are sort of like hanging off. It's not exactly the neatest journal that we've got, but I will go through it and pop. Oh, look, there's a page. What should we pop on there? Don't want to cover that up, so we just have like a little one on here. Should we just pop that one up there? That looks quite nice, doesn't it? Just going to go randomly and pop these in. So I think they just look really nice. Can you see what I'm doing? You can't, can you? You're miles away. Sorry. There we go. Okay, I'm not going to go through this now, but or maybe I'll pop this one on here. That works well. And then that can be like a little tuck then, can't it? Okay, I'm going to do that one. Pop that on there like that. Lovely. Okay guys, well I'm not going to go through it anymore because I want to have a really good look through the journal and see where they're going to go and what else I need to add into it. But loving it. So I don't really have anything to tuck in that little And so I've got this that I can actually tuck in there just to show you, but that looks great. So I will probably, I think this is going to be, yeah, it's going to be too big, but I might get some other little bits out of my nature's notes and see what we can pop in, or if I have anything from the Folks of the Forest journal left, I will see. But loving it, absolutely loving it. So hopefully guys, this week, next week, I don't know, it's taken me months and months and months and months to do this. I want to do the cover like I said in my last video, but I think it's going to be quite a bulky cover, so I want to leave that till last, and wait until I filled up the actual journal. So there we go. So there we go guys, thank you so much for joining me. Super simple one today. Oh look, I've got a paper clip in there, not paper clip, a staple. So really simple, lovely little clusters. Don't forget you can use things from magazines, little pictures from magazines, bits of cardboard from food packaging, and you can use your coffee stain. You can use coffee to ink the edges up, to colour the edges. So don't think that you have to have everything to do crafting, because you don't. You can use what you have. It's just finding out what's the best thing to use. So there we go. All right guys, well thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Please stay safe, take care, and I will see you soon. All right guys, bye bye.